Hey, what's up people? Just a quick video. As you can see here, I'm testing out some new things. I'm improvising as well. I've got a wide angle lens and also I'm using my normal mic because I've lost the clip on somehow. I wasn't even here for a couple of days and I seem to have misplaced it somehow, which is just classic me. And well, you're stuck with this at the moment. Now, thankfully, when it comes to this microphone, it seems to be having a good gain so far. I can see it right there on my computer. So things are going well so far. Now, let's get to the video, shall we? And today's video is kind of an idea that I've had for a little bit, kind of a New Year's resolution thing, but not for me personally, although if you want to know my personal thing, you can just ask me to make a video or I might consider one, but then again, I don't do personal resolutions. New Year's resolutions, those things that people always promise to make and promise to keep, but usually always fail to keep them. And this is actually for a group, really. This is for our group. The Anti-SJWs and the anti-feminists, stuff like that, those people. And it's just kind of a set goals that we can, set for each other or individually that we should try and keep to make sure that we win the debate and stuff like that. Try and keep ourselves motivated, to keep ourselves as intellectually rigorous and ponage if you want, but make sure you do it the correct way and in the moral way. The usual stuff. Now, the first one that I thought of is very simple, and the first is to always attack the argument, not the person. I know this is something that we do quite a lot, but we should keep on doing it because it's obviously working, is it not? Less of the atheist gamer type stuff, less of the no holds barred type stuff where you just call somebody fat all video. More, attack the points, Yeah, insult them if you want, but make sure the insult is not the argument. That is a resolution I think we've all been able to do for the last God knows how long now. How long may continue, but it's good to just make sure that you've got that thing in your head always at all times. Another thing which I think is very important, I don't know why it's number 2, but this isn't in any order. You can put this in any order that you want if you agree with me or disagree with me. And I think this is, don't get too extreme. I think, we're doing so well just as we're doing right now, just trying not to fall for the pitfalls that so many other movements or communities or just, people who have a set idea of what something should be, not falling into extremes, because as we've seen with feminism and leftism, right-wingers, all sorts, if you go into the extreme, you will lose the people who you're trying to win the debate for. Those moderates who aren't really sure of what to think, or people who are allies or would be allies, but they're turned off because for whatever reason you've become too extreme in your ideology and it's becoming dogmatic to the point that those people are turned off and it's basically affecting your arguments. And we don't want that, do we? We want to try and, you don't have to be centrist, but just don't go over the edge. Don't jump the shark. Try and stick to what has won us the debates before and just keep on going. Because we know what happens when the extremists take over or if people become more extremist. Like what's happening in MGTOW, what's happening in feminism. That kind of stuff will happen and people will get turned off. And we can't have that, can we? We've got to try and be the same that we were last time, because they're trying to paint us, the feminists and the SJWs, as extremists. Let's not become the extremists to fight extremists. Let's not stoop to their level. Number 3 would, in my opinion, to keep on debating each other, keep publicly arguing with each other, not in a drama-y way, because remember, arguments and debates are not necessarily drama. You could disagree with somebody and still be their friend. You can disagree and nothing bad will happen. No massive drama can happen. It's just, oh, I think this way, I think that way. Argument. If you don't reach a consensus, don't reach a consensus. Move on. If you do, hell yeah, well done. You've reached some common ground. Just do that stuff. Keep doing that. That's why we're winning, because we argue with each other publicly, not privately, and then we don't pretend to think something that we don't, like what ranting feminists said. If you want to present that united front, a united front is better off when nobody agrees with everything 100%, but at least you're honest with it, and despite all these things that we may believe compared to what some other person may believe, we're all gonna get along, because at the end of the day, that's kind of irrelevant. It's more the message that we want to bring to other people that is the thing, the one that we agree with the most, shall we say. Number 4, and I think this is also a very important one, don't knee-jerk, okay? Remember with the bearing thing, people? Let's not get knee-jerk, okay? I know it's hard, I know. As a sports fan myself, I know this isn't political in any way, but don't be knee-jerk. Don't just think one thing and assume it is something because I said things before. You know what I'm talking about. Think before you post. Ask the person or persons who may know what's going on, or even the person who may have said something or had something happen to them. Ask them. Look around. Make sure that you know what's happening before you say, oh, this must have happened because SJWs or alt-righters. Just don't. You've got to think. If you don't think, you'll be knee-jerk and you'll say something that you regret, or you'll say something that's wrong and that'll be used against you, or it'll make you look bad, or me look bad, or anybody really. Because the bearing thing was quite embarrassing in the way that a lot of us were knee-jerk without actually knowing what was going on. They just assumed, and therefore that assertion was correct, even though it wasn't really, was it? And number 5, it's very cliche, and I could go on, maybe do 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, but I think we'll keep it at 5 because I just don't have a lot of time, and that is, never give up. Don't give up. You may think that, oh, you're not making headway against people. You don't know if you're convincing neutrals that you're right, they're wrong. Just keep going, because eventually those people will say to you in the comments or in DMs or anything like that, yeah, you know what? You changed my mind. Or they might not. They might not say anything, but their actions. People who were previously neutral will now act in a way that isn't neutral. They will say, yeah, this is wrong because this, that and the other, because this person showed me, or this group of people showed me. Just don't give in. Keep going. Be dogged. Be stoic. Just keep going, you know? That's what we have to do. We have to just never give up. And I think that's the thing that we probably don't need to remind ourselves to do, but it's good to just say it out there. Especially the smaller YouTubers. I mean, I know I've got 8,000 now, but I'm not big. Just keep going at it, people, alright? Just keep going. A lot of doom and gloom about YouTube and stuff like that, but just keep going, alright? Just make material, keep doing what you're doing. You're doing something right if people are listening, okay? Anyway, people, I guess that's the end of the video. This is only a quick one because I don't want to waste any of your time and it's late now, so until next time. This is CharmingMan93. Share and donate to my Patreon. 1 like, you get your very own little New Year's resolution handbook where you can say, yes, I did this one thing and another. And the comment, well, I don't have anything for a comment today, so sorry, you go home empty-handed, commentators. But hey, I guess I can give you a Happy New Year, people. See ya.